Yo, happy Tuesday. Let's get to the money. Think about this when you're beating yourself up. The thing is a lot of us have this vision of where we should be and where we shouldn't be. And right now, we're not where we want to be. I'm susceptible to the same things as everybody else. Even if you have all this work in, sometime it hits you. What's funny is God has a way of humbling you, and unless you're tapped into that spiritual realm, unless you're able to touch on these things, you're gonna see it differently. So last night I did get that workout in, did some legs, did my shoulders. Today I'm gonna do chest and back. Tomorrow I'm gonna do arms. What you need to realize, sometimes you're gonna be humbled. And that's what you need to account for. That's what you need to account for when it's time to show up, when it's time to be better, when it's time to do the things that you haven't done before. So for me, this shit fucking sucked yesterday. The reason why was I ended up having a dream last night. And it was funny because it was like, hey, you keep fucking around, you're going to find out. And it hit me pretty hard last night. In the middle of the night, I woke up at 3:20, uh, slept a couple hours. The reason why was because sometimes we don't understand that. Sometimes we push the edge, we push, 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 and you be about it. And for me, it's been about that. It's been about taking action, being about that shit, showing up that man you envision. But for me, he was getting humbled back down to earth and being like, all right, this is how we need to show up. This is what we need to be. This is how we push the line and be there. So, what the hell am I saying? I'm saying this as sometimes, our ego gets ahead of ourselves. We get ahead of ourselves. We think that the things are important that it's not. So, for me, it used to be money, the materialistic shit, whatever. Those things are going to come in life because I believe that there's no doubt in my mind that I can achieve anything. I really don't tell myself that. Like I say, I come from a lower to middle class family because I lived with my mom the majority of the time. My dad's side was the hustler side. He had money, but I didn't get what I wanted all the time. My dad's, so that was something for me that I just fucking hated with him. Is he was a certain way, and then my siblings grew up a different way than I did. It was a school of hard knocks for me. Figured the fuck out. He likes to say this. Oh, I wanted to help. Motherfucker ain't help me. He was not like that. Hey, bro, figure the fucking shit out yourself. Fuck off. So it's a different mentality, and that's something that I always struggled with. So yesterday, I really was in this mindset of fuck, dude. I need to be further along. I need this. I actually fired 6 clients. The reason why I fired 6 clients is they just weren't a fit and they didn't want to do the work. That is two things that I cannot have. Two things I cannot have is someone who is unwilling to hear what they don't want to hear and not be able to do the work. If you're paying me in exchange for a service, then I'm going to over deliver. And how am I over delivering if you're not able to show up? All I'm talking about is a simple foundation to help you change your life around because it's done in mind. I showed it on my story yesterday of me being faded all the time. You can go check my Instagram, you can go check my Facebook, see the post that I put with me in the cowboy hat, seeing me faded, right? I didn't say that because I fucking wanted to talk about it. It's honestly depressing and embarrassing that that was me at fucking 20 or fuck, dude, that was 19 years old, right? It's embarrassing that I was going through that shit. But that is a part of the journey that I need to talk about because there's some motherfuckers that are still struggling. And this is why I titled it today. Think about this when you're beating yourself up. So yesterday I was like, I don't know if I really want to do this. So I just literally laid everything out on the line. Like, fuck it, why not? And what's funny throughout that journey of just laying everything on the line, I had 2 guys reach out to me. One of them was like, hey, being real short with me. So I just cut it clear with them. Hey, man, I'm going to cut it clear with you. I'm running a group, building a community, mindset, physical fitness, nutrition. We're leveling ourselves up in life. And then we're helping people out in businesses and showing them how to get clients, how to figure out what is the right thing by them, by just getting our foundation in place. One guy was like, absolutely, I want to do this. Let's set a call up tomorrow. This is the time I can talk. Boom, close the deal. Second dude commented on my story, man, this is me. I smoke and drink every single day. My girlfriend left me. I was like, bro, I get you. My wife left me for 3 weeks, went with family, took the kids. I didn't see them. I had to tell her, bring the kids home. That shit fucking hurt me. I felt like the biggest piece of shit in the world. Then I went on and posted a picture of my wife last night and talked about why you need to show up for your woman, why you need accountability, why you need to take action, why you need to grow show her so you can be leading her in the right way. My wife posted, I love you with a heart. That shit killed me last night. The reason why is because there was a lot of times where that wouldn't have happened. There was a lot of times where I wasn't the greatest. And I wasn't even a terrible husband. That's a crazy thing. But to me, if you're not giving your all, what the fuck are you giving? So really it just hit me on this level to where I wasn't able to speak effectively, clearly, and promote myself to the utmost of my ability to be the best I can be. The fact is not many people are going to understand you on your journey. And sometimes you have those days like yesterday where you beat yourself up. Where you say, I should be this way. I should be doing this. I should be doing whatever. And that's okay. The fact is, sometimes you got a lot of work to put in and you got some things you need to do to show up. And without you doing that, it's not going to correspond, align, and help you get to that next level. So for me, it was tough as fuck because it was sitting with that emotion of, hey, this is what it could be. And when I just stayed in them, is what it became. What it became is me being able to help someone in the current sense because I've been there, done that. I created a 9-step program to walk people through that journey, building that foundation, recreating their life around. So it's nothing that I'm coming out of the blue and I'm talking about, or nothing that hasn't been created for. I'm just applying it to my life and how it's helped me. The fact is you can always do that within your own life. You can always focus on that positivity, show up, be the best you can be. It just doesn't matter as much as you think it does. So it was funny because throughout this day yesterday, it was getting these signs, posting my wins, posting, my friends that got sober because I took action. You don't think about these things. So sometimes you do need those screenshots. Luckily, I got out of that mindset to where the early ones aren't even in there because I didn't want to screenshot them. I felt embarrassed that people were reaching out to me about things because I should have been doing this all along. And what was funny is it was more empowering touching on these things than it was not doing it. When I went out of my way to not do these things, when I went out of my way to not be the best I can be. So it was very fucking funny yesterday because I was beating myself up a little bit and God humbled me. I was able to see that I can help people, that there is guys. Literally, it was 9:34 to be exact. My wife's like, why aren't you going to the gym? You're supposed to be in the gym. She doesn't go to sleep a lot of time when I'm in the gym late. And I was just like, hey, I needed to help this guy out. And I started talking about the situation. Hell yeah, and she was happy about that. But for me, it meant the world because I knew exactly what it's like when you're drinking, whatever. And that's why the first thing I messaged the guy was like, hey, man, it takes a lot to reach out to somebody to say that you're messing up, to say whatever it is, because I've been there and I've done that. It is fucking rough. You just can't do those things alone. And that's the power of the community. That's the power of that. You can always find and figure out what is going to work for you. So for me, it was tough. It was tough not being in alignment with what I am to do what I needed to do to show up the way that I needed to show up. And the fact is, it's time after time, you're going to prove to yourself exactly who you are, what you are, and how you show up. The next step is just you leading from the pack, you showing exactly what you need to do, how you need to show up, what it needs to be. So for me, it was tough as fuck when I didn't live that life, when I wasn't about that shit, when I didn't show people exactly what that journey's supposed to be, how you need to execute, whatever it is. Now I don't miss. Motherfuckers are like, how don't you do it? Why don't you stop? Because I wasn't that. Because I know that if I do not continue this growth of excellence, that I work out every day, whether if it's burpees, whatever. Like I said, 6 days a week, I'm going hard. That 7th day stretching. If I do get a workout in the 7th day, I'm feeling fantastic. But as is, if y'all been following me, I have some injuries. So I really take that 7th day to just stretch, take care of my body a little bit, and then keep going harder. The fact of the matter is sometimes we need to be reminded of who we are within the times. The times you need to look inward and say, I'm that motherfucker. It's time for me to execute. It's time for me to be this. It's time for me to elevate. Those are all valid things. Remember who you are. Remember what you've went through and show somebody how you can help them. That's the cap to this episode. It's not about where you should be. It's where you are currently. That's why we live in the present. That's why we focus on the positive. So if you are struggling, put your energy into yourself and focus on how you can add value to somebody within the current time. And this is something that I just fucking was going through yesterday. That's why I'm sharing it today, because it's relevant information. It's something I struggled with. Man, I should be able to help more men. Got 2 of them on the program that quick. Fact is, God sent me here to do some fucking work. I'm just getting started. So you figure out for you what you need to do, and then you hit me up. Recalibrated man. We have a group for the winners that are educating themselves, recalibrating their mindset, and showing up as the best versions of themselves. The way we do that is by taking action within the current day and recreating our foundation to build a stable environment for our lives every single day. If you want to learn more, DM me. Peace.